Welcome, everyone, to Intensity Broadcasting for coverage of the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. Tonight, these Super Late Models will be taking on Lainer Speedway for 125 laps of short track action. Now, this series has a very interesting format coming up here in 3 minutes and 23 seconds. There will be qualifying, and in that qualifying session, the top 15 drivers in qualifying will advance to the feature. After that, the rest of the drivers will fight it out in a heat race to advance to the feature, and the top 5 from that heat race will advance to the feature. And after that, it's 125 laps of short track action. And I'm going to be your announcer for all of it, Atman Weiss, and I am excited to be calling the action here at Lainer. Now, currently here in practice, your fastest at the moment is Thomas Axum with a 13.59 is his fastest time. Thomas won last week at North Wilkesboro Speedway, where he led every single lap and started on the pole. Behind them was Donald Clark. Third was Cody Pennell. Fourth was Eddie Smith. And fifth was Jason Warren. Thomas put the entire field except for 4 cars down a lap. So currently, as the point stands after one race, it's Thomas Axum in first, Donald Clark in second, Cody Pennell in third, Eddie Smith in fourth, and then Jason Warren is currently fifth in points. Thomas Axum is leading again in practice, 13.59. Then only 300ths off of him is Jason Warren in second. Third is Shane Bedford. Fourth is Aaron Johnson. And rounding out your top 5 currently here in practice, it's Samuel Roberts. So coming up here in 1 minute and 50 seconds, we are going to have qualifying. Last week, Thomas Axum was the fastest, and so far after one race and here throughout practice, Thomas Axum is looking like definitely one of the favorites to win the championship this year here in the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. And the racing here in Thunderstruck is going to last all the way till November. So here in Intensity Broadcasting, we're going to not only have racing action here in August, but also in September, October, and November. And then a series champion will be crowned, and the top 3 finishers will be getting trophies, and that is actually sponsored by Hitman Manzo and Shappy Edits. I know Hitman Manzo is a member of both the Original Rebels and Thunderstruck Super Series. Plays a key role in everything, and definitely want to thank him for all his contributions. And then also, we do want to also thank Shappy Edits. That is a YouTube channel that you can actually go to YouTube right now and check out. And he pretty much posts a bunch of recaps from all of the original Rebels races. So for last week, from August 15th to the 21st, he did some weekly highlights for all of the original Rebels Racing Leagues, and he makes some awesome videos. So go ahead and check out Shappy Edits on YouTube. That's ChappyEdits, Shappy Edits. And here we go. Practice has concluded. We are getting set here for qualifying. Qualifying is going to be very important because if you qualify in the top 15, you're going to be able to advance to the feature, and if not, you're going to have to fight through the heat races. And we have 22 cars, so that means 2 drivers are not going to make it to the feature. So here we go, qualifying, top 15, advances to the feature. Here we go. David Locke Jr. on track right now. And that number 82 machine. We got last season's champion Jason Warren and that purple and yellow 32 getting on track. Let's see how well he is going to do. There's Frank Barbary on the 29. Got Kobe Roberts. All of them are getting ready to set qualifying laps. Tracy Pennell is, let's see, we're going to let everything adjust. Right now, Terry Bates is on the top of the board with a 13.76. as his fastest lap time. Second is Jason Warren with a 13.77, and then third is Nathan Hall with a 13.90. So right now, between first and second, only 100 separates them. See Nathan Hall able to break into the top three with a 13.90. Got Sam Wetstein slowing down. He almost made it into the top five. He was only 800ths off of making it to the top five. See, Samuel Roberts is on track right now. And by the way, these super late models are flying around this track. I mean, 13-second lap times is absolutely blistering. So this is going to be a very fast-paced race. Samuel Roberts into the top three. Look at that. Only 200ths separate the top three. That's how close everything is right now. But sadly, on his second lap, we saw Samuel get a bit loose. So that's going to prevent him from improving. Got Aaron Johnson getting on track right now. He breaks into the top five with a 13.82. Cody Pinelda fourth with a 13.79. And there we go. Leader in practice and last week's winner, Thomas Axum, is on track right now. Let's see how well he's going to do here on this first lap. Gets to 11th with a 13.99. See if he can break into the top 10 here on lap number 2. And no, he was actually slower. So the leader in practice, Thomas Axum, will be starting this race in 11th. And I believe everybody who was going to qualify has qualified. So Aaron Ward is going to get that final spot to advance to the feature. And then Shane Bedford, Ryan Pinnell, Charlie Gates Jr., Cody Knott, Clinton Rice, Harold Rothery, and Brett Redderer will have to fight in through the heat races. Let's take a look at how the weather is looking here in Lanier right now. 71 degrees Fahrenheit is the air temperature, 8% humidity, clear skies, 2 miles per hour wind speed. Right now, the track is very, very hot right now. A very, very slick track of 123 degrees Fahrenheit. That is the track temperature, and the length here at Lanier National Speedway is 0.32 miles long, one of the shortest short tracks on iRacing, and we are here in Braselton, Georgia. So qualifying, getting ready to wrap up here, and then we will get set for the heat races. There we go. There's a final little glimpse there, and here we go. We are gridding now for the heat race. So let's take a look at the starting lineup here for the heat race. Starting on the pole with the fastest lap time of all of the drivers here in this heat race. That's Shane Bedford with a 14.076. Outside of him, it's Ryan Pinnell from Georgia in the 112. Third is going to be Charlie Gates Jr. Outside of him. In fourth, it's Cody Knott. And then rounding out your top 5 with JBR Motorsports is none other than the 34 of Clint Rice. Sixth is going to be Brett Redderer of Arcadian Motorsports in the 979. And then Harold Rothery will be starting in 7th. And oh, looks like neither Brett Redderer nor Harold Rothery gridded for this event. So that is going to mean that everybody in this race will be advancing into the feature. But still, these drivers are racing for the starting position. Whoever wins this heat race will be starting 15th, and then whoever finishes last will be starting in 20th. So let's see who's going to win. This will give us a little glimpse of who some sleepers might be here in this race.
Green, green, green.
And there we go. Green flag is out. There we see Shane Bedford taking off. He is able to get clear here of Ryan Pinnell early. So now we see Ryan and Charlie Gates are side by side. Can that 112 get clear? He does. So the field be getting to spread out. Shane Bedford getting almost to a 1 second lead right now. Here comes Clint Rice trying to look to the outside of Charlie Gates Jr. for third here. A little bit loose off of 4. See that 34 give a little wiggle. Oh no! Ryan Pinnell is loose. Let's see what happened to him. Just looks like coming through 3 and 4. Or no, yep, 3 and 4. Just gets loose on entry. It was a little bit too hot. But he was able to get it going. I don't know if he's going to be able to make his way up through the field, though. Clinton Rice is able to look low under Charlie Gates Jr. for second, but he gets loose into the inside wall, and that's going to bring out our first caution of the heat race. So we know that Ryan Pinnell got loose and hit the wall, but let's rewind and take a look here at this wreckage replay on what happened to Clint Reese. So here we are coming on to the back stretch. He had just made a pass for second over Charlie Gates, and you see that just the car comes out from under him, goes sideways, and then I believe, yep, right into the inside wall. It's like I believe we also saw a wreck under caution. Oh, nope, never mind. So we're going to continue to pace here in this heat race and get ready to go back green. So far, we're seeing a lot of drivers struggle here throughout this heat race. But this caution is going to give everybody a little chance to get a deep breath and focus on just trying to finish this heat race out. Lights on the pace truck or pace car are off, so we're getting ready to go back green here. Pace car is in and green flag is back out there. We see your leader, Shane Bedford, taking off. Here comes Charlie Gates trying to look to the outside of Cody Knott here for second. Knott is able to get clear, and here comes Clint Reese making it by Charlie Gates. They're now side by side for second here as we go into the back stretch, but we see Cody Knott is able to shut the door on Clint Reese there. I don't know. We see Clint looking to the outside in that Duracell machine. Little crossover looking low. Can he get to the rear quarter panel? We see Clint giving Cody a little tap there, letting them know, hey, I'm here. I'm coming. There you see him taking a shot into 3 and 4. He's able to get the nose and he's able to get clear. Clint Reese is up to second, but Cody Knott makes contact with Clint's back bumper, and he got a little bit loose, but the kind of attempted bump and run did not work for Cody Knott. And to think, this is only the heat race. If the racing action is going to be this excited in the heat race, then certainly we're going to see some awesome racing action here in the feature. The field finally getting spread out, and at the moment, Shane Bedford is kind of on a Sunday drive. He's got about a 1.5 second lead. And oh no! He gets loose off of turn 4. And that's going to bring out the yellow flag. Here's a look at the replay. Right as he crossed the line and in off of exit of 2, just gets loose like so many other drivers have here in this heat race and barely misses hitting the inside wall. That is disappointing for Shane Bedford. After leading pretty much the entire heat race, it's a shame that his heat race is going to have to end because of that. Luckily, since there was only 5 drivers in this heat race, it's not going to prevent him from making it to the feature. He's still going to be able to make it to the feature, but man, that's got to be disappointing for Shane. So right now, that's going to put Clint Reese in the lead here with, I believe it's going to be a green-white checkered for the heat race win. So, there we go. Lights on the pace car are off, so we are getting ready to go back green here. Get ready to go back green. Let's see. Clint Reese is going to be restarting on the bottom. Above him is going to be Cody Knott. Pace car is in. And green flag is back out there. We see Clint taking off. And here comes Charlie Gates trying to get up there to Cody Knott for a second. I mean, he was running such a low line trying to get under Cody that it registered him entering the pits. And white flag is out here for Clint Reese. He was fast all heat race long, and then when Shane Bedford spun, he inherited first, and he was able to hold on to it here through this green-white checkered. Clint Reese is going to be advancing to the feature and will be starting in that 15th position. Or excuse me, that 16th position. So now here we go. We're going to have another 2-minute practice. And we're going to just watch some of the cars practice here. So right now, everybody just get a snack and get a drink and prepare yourself here for the racing action that's about to ensue here at Lainer. Right now, currently in practice, Jason Warren to the top of the board with a 13.81 is his lap time. We know Jason's fast, was last season's champion, and got a top 5 last week at North Wilkesboro. So we shall see how he's going to do here tonight in Lainer. Second is actually that 0.42 right now in practice. That's Kobe Roberts. 13.85 is his time. That's only 0.04 off of Jason Warren's time. And then third, got Mr. Aaron Johnson in that 178. Actually, no, looks like Daniel Roberts just passed him for third on the board here in practice with a 13.86. We got Gene Watkinson on Facebook says, go get them, Josh Oswald. See, I actually don't know where Josh is starting here. We'll see where he's starting here in the starting lineup. There we see practice is wrapping up, and we are gridding for this 125 lap feature. Here's your starting lineup. Starting on the pole from Carolina with a 13.762 is his fastest lap time. It's none other than Terry Bates. Outside of him, last season's champion of the 32, it's Jason Warren. Samuel Robertson, the 11, starting third outside of him. With Pennell Racing, it's Cody Pennell. And then rounding out your top 5, it's Aaron Johnson with Shockeye Racing. 6th is going to be Daniel Roberts. 7th, Nathan Hall in the 20, Warrior Racing Machine. Josh Oswald in the 17 will be 8th. 9th is Kobe Robertson. Then rounding out your top 10, it is Sam Wetstein of Extreme Motorsports. Starting 11th is Thomas Axum, last week's winner. 12th will be David Locke Jr. 13th, Tracy Pennell. 14th will be Frank Barbary. And then rounding out your top 15 will be Aaron Ward in the 99. 16th is Clint Reese, your heat race winner. 17th is Cody Knott. 18th, Charlie Gates Jr. 19th, Ryan Pennell. And then rounding out your top 20, it is going to be Shane Bedford. And we are rolling, folks. Terry Bates, once again, starting on the pole. And then up front with them, it's last season's champion, Jason Warren. You see Chuck Johnson says on Facebook, hammer down number 78. He's referring to that number 78 machine of Aaron Johnson, who is going to be starting in this top 5 here. Let's see what he can do. Waiting for that pace car. Pace car's in. And green flag is out here for 125 laps of racing action here at Lainer National Speedway. Here we see Jason Warren is able to get clear of Terry Bates for that lead. But the main battle right now we are watching, we're side by side for 5th. Here comes Daniel Roberts fighting with Aaron Johnson right now. Roberts has the nose, and he's also trying to look to the outside of Samuel Roberts in that 11 machine. We see Johnson able to get clear and into that top 5, and he's now going to be looking to get in. Oh, we see Aaron Johnson really loose into the outside wall. But what a save for that number 78. Let's take a look at another replay of that incident. Just was getting really squirrely off of 4. And the caution comes out. Looks like there was another separate incident that we missed. So we'll take a look at that. And ooh, Frank Barbary involved in this one. Hate to see it for him, but we'll see what happened. So we know that Aaron Johnson wrecks in front of him, but I believe what happened to Frank Barbary was a completely separate incident. Oh yeah, just coming into 3 there. Barbary. Oh, he actually slides down the track right into that 26 of Cody Knott. And then he almost flies off of the track. So right now, in the short little green flag run that we did have, Jason Warren is in the lead there. We see the 13 of Thomas Axum is getting his lap back after starting in the pits. Looks like he missed the start, and he was last week's winner, but he's going to have his work cut out from him to try to make his way up through the field here. Yeah, it definitely did stink there for Aaron Johnson, but he's gotten that late model back together, and he is going to be back and better than ever here on this next restart. Let's see if he can make his way up through the field. Pace car is in, and green flag is back out. There we see Jason Warren taking off. He's able to get clear of Terry Bates, but Bates is still right on Warren's tail. Let's see if he maybe tries to make a move here in 3 and 4 or 1 and 2. Here comes Samuel Roberts and Josh Oswald. They are side by side for 4th. Oswald able to get clear, but Roberts keeping himself right on Oswald's back bumper. We're seeing Cody Pennell begin to reel in Terry Bates for 2nd. Trying to look under him. Just trying to set up that pass. I definitely think he can get under him in the next couple of laps. We know Cody Pennell had a top 5 finish last week after Eddie Smith runs out of gas. I don't know if we're going to see that here at tonight's race at Lainer National Speedway. We might see a fuel mileage finish. And there we see Cody Pennell looking low under him. And oh, caution flag does come out. Looks like Aaron Johnson was involved in this one. He was coming up behind that 142 machine. Or no, the 042. Oh, that's Kobe Roberts. We see in front of him, Roberts is making a pass on Wetstein, and ooh, Wetstein just slides down right into Roberts, and then this all happens right in front of Aaron Johnson. Johnson just has nowhere to go, and this clogs up the backstretch. I don't know if anybody else piles into this one. Oh, yeah, we see 34 is around. Clinton Rice. We see Shane Bedford is sideways. Wow. You hate to see it for them, and I know, see, Sam Wetstein is in the pits right now just getting that damage fixed. I'd definitely be disappointed about that one. But lights on the pace car are off. We are getting ready to go back green. Jason Warren restarting on the bottom. Terry Bates on the top. Pace car is in, and green flag is back out. We see Jason Warren taking off. Cody Pennell with a good restart. He took a shot under Terry Bates there, but he couldn't quite get it under him, so Cody Pennell is going to fall in line here in 3rd right now. Terry Bates just trying to reel in leader Jason Warren the best that he possibly can. And another yellow flag is out. That's Ryan Pennell involved in this one. Ryan was side by side with Aaron Johnson here. See Johnson looking to his outside. Oh, so looks like the 112, I don't know if he was a little bit off pace compared to the 042 of Kobe Roberts, but we see Kobe Roberts looks low under him and gets right into his rear quarter panel, and then Pennell gets around. So once again, that is our third caution of the race. So far, Lainer definitely proving to be a tricky track. Last week we had 0 cautions, and already here we have had 3 cautions at Lainer. And a lot of that is because, well, first of all, Lainer is a lot shorter than North Wilkesboro. Tenths-wise, I think it's about 3 or 4 tenths shorter, so the shorter the track, the trickier it is, because the harder you have to get on the brakes and the less speed you're able to carry through the corners. If I'd be honest, I'd consider Lainer is kind of a bit of a bull ring at only 0.3 of a mile. Lights on the pace car off, so we're getting ready to go back green. Jason Warren will be restarting on the bottom. Terry Bates restarting on the top. Pace car is in, and green flag is back out. There we see Jason Warren taking off, but Kobe Roberts is right there. We saw him looking to his outside. That's Terry Bates. Here comes Cody Pennell, and oh, man, on this restart, another caution comes out. This time looks like it's Aaron Ward involved in this one. He had the 34 of Clint Rice to his inside. And this happened like right after the green flag came out. Oh, so looks like we had a lot of cars spinning in front of him. We see the 63s around. Clint Rice gets in the David Locke Jr., and David, trying to avoid hitting the 63, slides up right into Aaron Ward. That was just kind of a mess. It seemed like everybody was checking up or getting loose in 1 and 2. Wow. And then the whole turn gets clogged, and it's just going to be a domino effect with different drivers piling into this one. Wow. So far, this race proven to be very disappointing for a lot of drivers so far. There goes Sam Wetstein getting one of his laps back. He's still a lap down, multiple laps down. So in these next, he's the thing about Sam Wetstein, he's hoping for more cautions, because that'll allow him to just continue getting his laps back. Oh, lights on the pace car are off. So we're going to have Jason Warren restarting on the bottom, Terry Bates on the top, pace car is in, and green flag is back out. And oh, we already see Terry Bates getting loose, and we're wrecking. 5th caution of the night is off. Good gosh, big wreck right there. Oh, wow. Terry Bates started on the pole. Has been running in the top 2 for pretty much this entire race. And then this happens. I don't know if something happened, if he missed the shift. But his car, or he shifted too early. His car gets really squirrely, and then he slides down right into the 9 of Cody Pennell. And it's just going to be a pile up after this. Man. We do see a lot of drivers doing a great job avoiding that one, but still. Got Nathan Hall into the pits. Let's see what all he is going to do to that machine. Looks like he actually takes his reset. Must have had a significant amount of damage. Also, looks like Terry Bates has hung up the helmet after getting involved in our most recent incident. I mean, I don't blame him. That had to have been frustrating. I do not know what happened. Wait, I think I can know how we can figure it out. I don't know if we have enough time. I should have done it earlier. But we can see what gear he was running in. Blah, blah, blah. There it is. Dashboard. Oh, we can't do it in replay mode. That's okay. So this is actually going to boost Josh Oswald up to second. So pace car is in. Green flag is back out, and look who got a great restart. That's Josh Oswald. He was able to keep it right outside of Jason Warren for a little bit, but here comes Cody Pennell looking under Josh here in turns 3 and 4. Cody about to Oswald's rear quarter panel. Looks like they almost make some contact there. Pennell with the nose. Ooh, he's almost able to get clear. Yes, he does. Cody Pennell is able to slide up in front of Josh Oswald and is able to move up to that second position. Right now, Jason Warren has gotten himself a 6/10 lead, but it's looking like he may get held up here by some lap traffic. That's Frank Barbary in that number 29. He doesn't get held up too much, and the field is beginning to get spread out a little bit. Josh Oswald trying to come back and get to Cody Pennell. Almost thought he was going to try to use that lap car as a pick there. Here comes Oswald. Trying to set up that pass on Cody Pennell. Here's what it's looking like in the turns right now for Josh Oswald. Little cockpit cam for him. This is actually exactly what he's seeing right now in his rig. Really having to turn that wheel. We do see a battle going on here for 5th. That's Thomas Axum. He's looking low under Clint Reese, and he slides up into the top 5. Thomas Axum, last week's winner, after missing the start, has had to make his way up through the field from the back. And he's already made his way up to 5th right now. Next driver on his checklist who he needs to get by is Samuel Roberts, who is a 2nd in front of him. Back to the battle for 2nd here. Josh Oswald continuing to try to close in Cody Pennell here. I don't know if Oswald can get under him. Cody Pennell doing a great job running a defensive line to hold off that number 17 machine. And we are already 50 laps are in the books here. Now 51 at Lainer National Speedway. But we still have a lot of racing left. And anything could definitely happen at Lainer. So far, this race has been extremely unpredictable. We haven't really known what's going to happen. Lots of wrecks. But I don't know. It's looking like we're going to see a good green flag run here. Closest battle we have on track right now is Cody Knott trying to get up there to Tracy Pennell for what is that, the 8th spot. But they've kind of spread it out a little bit. Jason Warren currently with a 1-second lead right now over the rest of the field. We know Jason's fast. was last season's champion, got a top 5 last week, and he actually has the fastest lap of this race so far. 13.81 is his lap time, his fastest lap time right now. Last time by he ran a 14.32, so he's already about 5/10 off of his best time, showing just how much tire wear is going to hurt you. And look at this, Jason Warren beginning to reel in lap traffic. That's Terry. Oh, we see a car around. Caution flag is out. And that's going to end our bit of a long green flag run that we have. We're going to take a look at the wreckage replay. See what happened. Can we get it on screen? Hello. It's okay. The wreckage replay screen is not working. So here's what happened. We see Sam Wetstein looking under Barbary. Now I was about to say maybe there was net code, but he doesn't get spun that time. Oh, just gets loose off a 2. And barely misses hitting Sam Wetstein. Up to the top of the track. Wow. Hate to see it there for Frank Barbary. So that's going to bring out our 6th caution of the race here. And that was after the field was actually beginning to get spread out a little bit. Jason Warren was starting to increase his lead. It was definitely one of the longest green flag runs we have had all race. So right now, here's how your top 3 is looking. Got Jason Warren in first, Cody Pennell in second, and Josh Oswald in third. Lights are off on the pace car, so we're getting ready to go back green here. Jason Warren will be restarting on the bottom. Cody Pennell on the top. And there goes the pace car into the pits. Green flag is back out, and there we see Jason Warren taking off, and I already see a car around behind them, but looks like that's not going to bring out the caution. Jason Warren able to get clear of Cody Pennell, and here comes Josh Oswald. This restart was exactly what he wanted, to try to get around Cody Pennell. He had that advantage of starting on the bottom behind Jason Warren, so right when Jason took off, so was Josh Oswald. Oswald now with the nose in that, we see our caution come out right before Josh Oswald was able to make the pass. So wreckage replay is out. So here's our wreckage replay. What the heck? I just realized that, but luckily the caution is out anyway, so there's not any racing action. So here's the wreck. Saw Charlie Gates running on the outside. Does he do? Oh, looks like there was wrecking in front of him. That's Samuel Roberts and the 34 of Clint Reese. And oh, that's a big pileup. 63 is involved, and then he slides up right into Charlie Gates' junior's line, and then, wow, he has nowhere to go. So that's going to bring our 7th caution of the race here. And looks like when the caution flag came out at whatever spot they determined was where the results were determined, they put Josh Oswald ahead of Cody Pennell. So that restart was exactly what Josh Oswald wanted, to get back in second after getting passed by Cody Pennell. Lights on the pace car off, so we're getting ready to go back green here. Jason Warren will be restarting on the bottom. Josh Oswald on the top. And pace car is in. Green flag is back out. There we see Jason Warren taking off side by side for second. Here comes Cody Pennell getting that inside line. He's looking under Josh Oswald as we head here into turns 3 and 4. Oswald has the nose running up on that top. And looks like Cody Pennell is able to get clear behind him. We are 3 wide. Here comes Thomas Axum. Axum up into third. And he is right there on Cody Pennell's back bumper. We saw him look high. Now he's trying to look low. What is Axum going to do here? Woo! Field is getting very, very dicey. Here comes Aaron Johnson looking low under Thomas Axum here for third. And that's number 78 machine. Again, oh, there we see Axum taking another shot under Cody Pennell. They're side by side as we cross the line here. Axum with the nose. And he's able to get clear. Thomas Axum is into that second place spot. So now running in third, we have Cody Pennell, and he's actually under attack right now from Aaron Johnson in that 78. Side by side as we cross the line there. Johnson with the nose. Can he get clear though? Yep, he's able to get clear. Aaron Johnson up to third now. So that's going to put Josh Oswald in fourth. Cody Pennell in fifth. You see Chuck Johnson on Facebook says, go number 78. Aaron Johnson right now, he currently has a 1 second gap between him and second place right now. We'll see if he can reel him in. Currently Jason Warren with a 8th, 10th lead. He's trying to increase it all the way up to a second. Got Cody Knott here knocking on Tracy Pennell's door. Ooh, can he get up there? Not right now, just trying to set up the pass. He's tried looking low, he's tried looking high. Let's take a look at what it's looking like from the driver view. Woo! Barely misses hitting that back bumper. Yeah, he's there. He can make a pass here any second now. We see Cody Pennell's trying to make a pass here on Josh the Jet Oswald in that number 17. Looks like we see a wreck from Samuel Roberts, and that's going to bring out the yellow flag, 8th caution of the night. And that's going to make us do our wreckage replay here. So here comes Samuel Roberts. He was looking low under Clint Reese. Barely misses hitting that 34's back bumper. And then, oh, we see somebody's around in front of him. Who is that? I believe that's Tracy Pennell. Yes, that's Tracy Pennell in that 116. And then he gets loose out of nowhere right into the inside wall, and that's going to definitely crinkle that front end. Clint Reese gets his lap back. He's back on the lead lap, and that should put him back into contention for this race. Clint was your heat race winner, started in 16th. And getting that lap back, that's going to allow him to gain 2 positions. He's gained 2 positions since the green flag dropped. It's been kind of a roller coaster race for him. So lights on the pace car off. We're getting ready to go back green here. Jason Warren will be restarting the bottom, and then above him is Thomas Axum, last week's winner. Green flag is back out. We see Jason Warren taking off, but what a restart for Thomas Axum. He's looking to that outside of the 32. They're side by side here through the backstretch. Can Axum get a good run? They're pretty much equal as we cross the line there. Woo! Neither driver giving each other an inch. And pretty much that entire lap, they were side by side. Axum with the nose, but we see Jason Warren fights back on the bottom. Axum with a great run there through 3 and 4. Can he shut the door? And he does. Thomas Axum is your 3rd leader of the race. He takes the lead from Jason Warren. Aaron Johnson trying to get up there to Jason Warren's back bumper for 2nd. Warren looking to take it by Thomas Axum for 1st. Aaron Johnson again running in 3rd right now. Continuing to watch to see how he's going to try to set up that pass here on Jason Warren. He's got to make a pass fast behind him. That's that 9 of Cody Pennell. And we see Jason Warren is actually extending the gap a little bit over Aaron Johnson. So here comes Cody Pennell. He reels them in tremendously there through 3 and 4. As he's continuing to take shots below that number 78 machine. It's not looking like he's making any progress to get under that number 78 machine. And as we cross the line here, he's only going to have 25 more laps to do that. As we have just hit lap 100 of this race, that means 24 more circuits around this track for leader Thomas Axum. The field beginning to get spread out as we're coming to a really, really long green flag run right now. And with the field spread out, we're going to do our flyby of the field here. As we look from 1st to last, right now in 1st is Thomas Axum. 2nd, Jason Warren. 3rd is Aaron Johnson. 4th is Cody Pennell. And as we're doing this little flyby of the field, caution flag is out. We'll get the Wreckage Replay up and ready to go to see exactly what happened. So right now we're watching that 20 of Nathan Hall. Here we see Aaron Ward trying to look low under him. He can't quite get to that rear quarter panel. Does he get loose or something? I don't know what happens here. Oh, looks like he was trying to make a pass here on the 63 of Daniel Roberts, and he just gets right into his back bumper. I don't know if Daniel Roberts was like off pace there on the entry of the corner, but Nathan Hall just gets right into him. We see Aaron Ward involved, and a few other drivers pile into it as well. Here we go. 20 laps to go, currently under caution. And Thomas Axum is the lead. He is trying to make it 2 wins in a row to start this season and win the first 2 races of the season. That would be quite the feat for that number 13 machine. And lights are off on the pace car. So Thomas Axum will be restarting this restart on the bottom. Outside of him, it's Jason Warren. Pace car is in.
Green, green, green.
Axum takes off here, and he is able to get clear of Jason Warren. We're side by side for third between Aaron Johnson and Cody Pennell. Johnson with the nose as we head here into turns 3 and 4. But let's see. Aaron Johnson able to get a great run off the corner, and he gets clear and ahead of Cody Pennell into third. So Aaron Johnson now setting his sights on second place. Jason Warren, can he get by last season's champ? See if he can chase him down. Yep, I don't know if he can quite get there to Warren. So we look here at this battle for 5th right now. We see Josh Oswald was able to make it by Cody Pennell for 4th. So now it's side by side between Cody Pennell and Cody Knott for 5th. And oh! We see Cody Knott sends Cody Pennell around. We see another car on the inside. Caution flag is out. Ooh. Terrible incident right there. We'll see what happens. Well, first, this was before the wreck with Cody Pennell and Cody Knott. We see Jason Warren, who was kind of running by himself. Really washes up the track there. And oh, does he get loose? He just moves down to the bottom of the track. Oh, I think he might have gotten loose there off of turn 2. And then here's what happened to Cody Knott and Cody Pennell here. We saw Knott was trying to look low under Pennell, and I believe Cody, since he sent it so low there into the turn, he washed up the track a little bit and then right in to Cody Pennell. So that's a shame that the Cody and Cody show had to end like that. We are now less than 10 laps to go here in this race. Lights are off on the pace car. So We are getting set for I believe this is going to be a 6-lap shootout here between Thomas Axum, Jason Warren, Aaron Johnson, Josh Oswald, Cody Knott, and anybody else who wants to try to stick their nose in and try to win this race here. But green flag is back out. We see Thomas Axum taking off, and here comes Aaron Johnson looking low here under Jason Warren for second. They're side by side as we go here through turns 3 and 4. We got Johnson with, I believe, the nose as we cross the line. And behind them, in case either of them makes a mistake or gets into each other, that's Josh Oswald in that number 17 machine. He's there as well. 3 to go for these two to settle it out here for second. And again, Aaron Johnson currently with the nose. Gets a great run here through 3 and 4. And Aaron, can he get there? Yep, Aaron Johnson slides clear and gets into that second spot. So now it's side by side for third here between Josh the Jet Oswald and last season's champion Jason Warren. Can Josh get clear? I don't know. We see Jason fighting back on the outside. Final lap for these drivers. Let's see. Thomas Axum is going to take the win. Aaron Johnson second, and it's a photo finish between Josh Oswald and Jason Warren. And Jason Warren is going to end up finishing third. What a race, but the main driver, Thomas Axum, he started this race in the pits. Got his lap back, started the next restart after he got his lap back in the back. And then after that, he just quickly made up through his way through the field and then eventually ended up taking the victory. Not to be outdone, second place, Aaron Johnson. Great race for him. And then third place, Jason Warren. Great job able to hold off Josh Oswald for that third place finish. So we're getting ready here to do the driver interviews. Let's go ahead and talk to third place finisher Jason Warren. Jason, this is Atlee in the booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, what's going on, man?
Going pretty good, and looks like it was going pretty good out there for you yourself. I mean, you started outside pole, and quickly after we saw Terry Bates getting that little, or you were able to get by Terry, and then he got in that little incident, and you were able to hang on to the lead for quite some time until finally we saw Thomas Axum. He was able to make his way up through the field, and after that, he was able to take the lead from you. We saw Aaron Johnson there on that last restart. He was able to make his way by you, but in a photo finish, you were still able to hang on third and were able to keep it ahead of Josh Oswald there on that finish. I mean, what did you think of this race here at Lainer?
Yeah, it was a solid race overall. Thomas is just fast as hell. This is one of my better tracks, and he just slowly but surely reeled me in. I was hoping for, since he started in the mid pack, for like a 70-80 green flag lap run. It just didn't happen, and he just crept on up there, and on the restart when he was outside me, I just kept pushing in the middle of the corner, and I didn't want to bump him or wreck him or anything, so he's faster anyway, so he just went around me. Kind of unfortunate to get third. I wish I'd have gotten second, but, you know, it was a good race.
Now, I know last week we saw a few drivers run out of fuel, and you never came into the pits. How are you looking on fuel here?
Yeah, we had more than enough fuel for here. It's a really small track. We'd been fine.
I got you. Well, again, for your third place finish, is there anybody you would like to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I'd like to thank 09 Motorsports, you for doing a phenomenal job on the broadcast. Josh Oswald and Aaron Ward for everything they do in the league. Hitman Monzo and Chappie Edits for sponsoring us. I thank my beautiful fiance for allowing me to do this a lot more than I probably should. And that's about it, man.
Awesome. Well, again, congratulations on third, Jason, and have a great rest of your night.
You too. Take care.
There we go. So that is Jason Warren. Looks like we have just gotten Aaron Johnson here into the Discord, so we'll go ahead and pull him in here from Hueytown, Alabama. Let's go ahead and pull in your second place finisher, Aaron Johnson. Aaron, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. I got you.
Awesome. Well, a phenomenal race for you. I mean, you started the race in the top 5, but we saw you quickly got into a couple incidents there in the beginning, but you shook it all off, were able to make your way back up to the field, and then during that final restart, you were able to make a great pass for second and get by Jason Warren, but you couldn't quite catch up to the leader, Thomas Axum. I mean, this was kind of a roller coaster race for you. I mean, what did you think of this race at Lainer?
Oh, it was definitely a roller coaster race. Overall, I had fun. Great race tonight, but feel like right there at the end, if I had a couple more laps, I might have had something for Thomas.
So, I mean, throughout this race, I know y'all can't change sets of tires. How are the tires feeling there at the end? Was the car starting to get either tight or loose as the tires wore?
Mine kept getting loose. Every time I entered the corner, because my tires were just slick. Because I'd been in those couple of wrecks that I was in. So I just kind of lost balance on the front nose. Then it just kept getting loose.
I got you. Well, again, solid finish with the second place. Was there anybody you would like to thank before we let you go?
I'd like to thank 09, Race Shop, Kent Hunley, Tanner Tomasi, Daniel Floyd, my mom, my dad, my wife, everyone at the shop.
Got you. Well, again, congratulations on the second place finish, and have a good one, Aaron.
Thank you. You too.
And last but not least, the man of the hour, your winner, the number 13, Thomas Axum. Thomas, this is Atlee in the broadcast booth. You got a copy?
I do.
Awesome. Well, 2 in a row for you, and this time you definitely had to fight for that one. Started in the pits, and you were quickly able to get your lap back, and then after that, you made your way all the way up to the field until, poof, out of nowhere, you popped up beside Jason Warren on a restart, and after that, you were able to make it by him, and were able to hold on to the lead for there. Nobody really had anything for you once you got the lead. I mean, what did you think of this race?
Oh, it was pretty fun. Yeah, I zoned out on the grid, and I looked up and said missed start. I went, oh, well, but I knew it 125 laps. There's got to be a caution there for me to get my lap back. So just got to stay calm. 125 laps is a long time. So just got to aim for the 75 lap and be in a good position at around 75. And right around 75, I just go. And tonight was 60, and I just go and get what I can get and take what I can take. And great battle with Jason, man. That was just so fun. Side by side, inches, maybe even less inches apart, just side by side for the lead.
Now, it sounds like you had a great strategy to make your way up to the field. Were you expecting to get up to the front as fast as you did?
I didn't really plan on rushing it. I just wanted to follow, let the guys battle, and then when they're done battling, pass them, and not push anyone, and over the edge, and just ride with them, and eventually just sneak underneath. And you give a couple tries underneath, they don't give it to you, and then finally you get there, you just roll by and just pick them off one by one, lap by lap, and you click them off.
Got you. Well, once again, another solid race for you. Is there anybody you would like to thank before we let you go?
Well, thanks for throwing this broadcast together. I love going back and listening to and watching them. Shout out to Aaron and Josh for putting this Thunderstruck on. I love this league. Fun little super league. I know they do a modifieds the night before. Good little Thunderstruck racing league, fixed supers, if anyone's interested. And then my sponsors, Berniers Liquors, Studios 10 Designs, RS Center. And just thank you for putting this on.
Yep, we definitely had fun broadcasting this race and watching you make your way up to the field. So, once again, solid job, Thomas, and have a great rest of your night.
Thank you. You as well.
there you have it, folks. That is the race here with the Thunderstruck Super Late Model Series. I want to thank everyone for tuning in to watch the broadcast here on Intensity Broadcasting. As always, make sure to like, follow, and subscribe to Intensity Broadcasting on Twitch, YouTube, and Facebook, as it would be greatly appreciated. Check us out on Twitter, Intensity Broad1. We're always dropping polls and responding to your commenting on people's posts, responding to y'all. So check us out on there. And if you haven't already, make sure to download the eRacing TV app, because 7 nights a week there's iRacing action on there, including on Sundays, Tuesdays, Wednesdays, Fridays, and Saturdays. Intensity Broadcasting's broadcasts are on there for your viewing enjoyment. I know tonight's broadcasts weren't on there, but tomorrow night's broadcast will be on there, so check us out. I'm Atlee Atman-Weeson on behalf of the entire Intensity Broadcasting team. Thank you so much for watching, and we will see you next time. Over and out.